I don't see really anything that Tavoy does, in my judgment, why he should have been given a time penalty.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Phil Levanko. Welcome to Under Review, the most controversial show in the Major Arena Soccer League. And rejoining us from jolly old England, it's Ryan Sigich, head of officials for the MASL. Ryan, you're coming to us live from Stamford Bridge. I can see your background there. What are you doing in England?
Hey, Phil. Yeah, great to be here from London. Brought a group of 16 talented referees over here with USYS for some development activities. Been seeing several matches, just doing some London stuff. It's been awesome.
Are you calling everyone mate yet?
Only you, Phil. Let's go, mate.
Chip, chip, cheerio. We're off to San Diego for a play that, in my opinion, swung the match between Chihuahua and the Sockers. Gustavo Rosales and Tavoy Morgan in a clash down by the goal that gives us a Knicks Heat Jeff Van Gundy flashback with Rosales playing the role of the former Knicks coach. Ryan, a blue card was given to both for unsportsmanlike conduct, and in my opinion, I think it's the right decision.
Okay, well, let's break this down, Phil. So they both get wrapped up inside the penalty area, as you can see, and then something happens here that causes Tavoy to suddenly go to the ground. Now, there was an accusation of a pinch, but in the video, you can see it is inconclusive in that regard. I mean, I can't tell. However, Gustavo is holding on tightly to Tavoy's leg, which is totally uncalled for. And in my opinion, this is where the time penalty occurs. The referees, in their judgment, felt like you do, that Tavoy was attempting to kick Gustavo, and that's why he received the blue card as well. Phil, I really don't see that. I don't see really anything that Tavoy does, in my judgment, why he should have been given a time penalty. Playing this back as well, I think there could have been an initial foul called a bit earlier on this play.
Ryan, to me, I think it's 2 minutes on Tavoy because he's trying to kick out like he's a bucking bronco. You can see here that he is aggressive in his manners to try to get out of the hole.
Well, Phil, that's what both of the referees, Berna and Delgado, thought as well. That's why he was given the blue card. I just don't see it.
It's because you're too far away in London. Let's stay in San Diego for one more Sockers versus Empire, and this, in my opinion, is a correct blue card on Gutierrez for a high boot on Israel Cisse.
100%, Phil. This is an area that the referees have been focused on, penalizing late, severe, reckless challenges. Gutierrez is late and he's very high, but it's not a direct contact. It's more on the top of the leg of glancing, but it's still dangerous. Correct call for a blue card, 2-minute power play.
In Mesquite for Monterrey's comeback against the Outlaws, the Flash would get a penalty kick on this incident between Pollo Cortez and Walter Aovi. In my opinion, the camera angles don't really give us a clear and obvious angle on the contact, which is why we went to video review, correct?
Well, Pollo kicks Walter with his left foot as he was going by in an attempt what can only be to stop the shot on goal from happening. This is really, really hard to see from these angles, and even harder in real time. So this one goes to VR, and a blue card and penalty kick is given to Pollo after review. This is a really good call, in my opinion, by the referees there, Ibarra and Mills.
All right, Ryan, we might need one of those security guards that don't really move in front of Buckingham Palace to settle this one between St. Louis and Kansas City. Victor Alikwe wants a shootout call for this trip from the comments. And Ryan, I think he's got an argument here. There's no comments behind him. If the trip doesn't happen, I think he is clear on goal.
Okay, Phil, so great points. However, you said you think he's clear on goal. However, we have to remember, we've talked about this, the shootout has to be obvious in capital letters. I think this is the correct call here because Alikwe would have been probably gone to goal with no defenders back. He is kicked. Nacho kicks him with his right foot, which takes him down. The call comes a little late, and that's always a dilemma for us, especially indoor, because as a referee, we need to process what we just saw. And in this case, was this tactical in nature? And then we also need to look at input from our partners. So that's why this call comes a little late, looks a little bit indecisive, but this is the correct call there by Brian Martin, who's the referee. Blue card, 2-minute penalty. No shootout, in my opinion.
Tacoma and Harrisburg now, that's a hold from Heat goalkeeper Navarrete. Ramos ends up scoring on this play, Ryan, but a good delayed blue card.
Yeah, focus area for the referees of identifying delayed time penalties and not taking an advantage away from the attacking team. As you said, it's a clear hold. It's a good call there by the referee Snyder to display the card, but hold the whistle, and then the outcome is a goal. Also, a quick reminder for the viewers, this is a delayed time penalty, and when a goal is scored on a delayed penalty, the penalized player does not go to the penalty box. However, that card counts toward his 3-card game accumulation.
Let's finish up with a couple plays from the Sidekicks in Monterrey. We've got a fun one between Blas Perez and Ismael Rojo. I say fun one because there's a lot of things happening here. Perez goes down in the box with Rojo. A top of the box is given. And Ryan, I think I'm nitpicking here, but I would have let the play go on. It's just two big boys, in my opinion, trying to establish position. I would have just let the play go.
Well, I could probably see that because Blas goes down really, really easy, but I think he is getting held. I do think it's a foul. I think he's getting held, but as we have discussed several segments now, this is not a penalty kick because it does not deny a clear and obvious goal scoring opportunity. I believe the correct call is made for a free kick only for Dallas at the top of the free kick mark.
And finally, a double blue card is awarded in the third quarter to Moises Hernandez and Alan Crespo. Ryan, I don't have much of an argument here. The referee is in perfect position to make that call.
Yeah, it's a good little hard charge in the back and then retaliation with the hard kick. So Crespo and Hernandez both get a blue card 2-minute penalty. It's the right call there by the referee, Matt Rodman.
That's it for the first transcontinental edition of Under Review. Ryan, I imagine some sightseeing, maybe a Ferris wheel, trying a biscuit.
All of the above, but yep, I'm leaving Stamford Bridge and off to Wembley to spend some time with the English FA today.
Wow, that's incredible. So Ryan is obviously a little busy, so my eyes need a little help. If you see anything for Under Review, hit me up at _HeyYoPhil on Twitter. Until next time, that's Ryan. I'm Phil. We'll see you on Under Review.